Hello, you're about to experience a completely different vehicle than you're used to. It's the Electric Long Life Vehicle, or ELLV. I'm going to show you how easy and safe this vehicle is to operate and go through the daily routine necessary to help keep your electric vehicle functioning properly. We're going to cover the following modules: before driving, instrument panel, driving, warning lights, safety, and charging your vehicle. Your ELLV is based on an established tested truck chassis, the Ranger EV. This electric truck has been in production since 1997 and has amassed over 5 million total miles. The truck has been thoroughly tested in all types of environments and meets all applicable federal safety guidelines. It's completely safe to operate in any weather you might encounter, including rain and snow. This electric long life vehicle may look the same to you as the truck you now drive, but there are some important differences. While the aluminum body is made by Grumman Olson, the chassis is now a Ford Ranger EV. Another difference is this additional window, which has been installed to increase your field of vision to the left of the vehicle. What's inside, the heart of the truck, has changed completely. Under the hood, you can see some of the components unique to an electric vehicle. You can't see the batteries that power your vehicle because they're safely encased in the battery pack underneath the body. This truck has been designed to increase the distance you can drive on one battery charge, what we call the vehicle's range. Maintaining correct tire pressure is important in maximizing range. If, in your initial vehicle check in the morning, you see that a tire is underinflated, report it to a supervisor so that it can be properly inflated. This is a power control station, or PCS. It safely supplies the power to charge the vehicle. The PCS cord is plugged into the charge inlet behind the access door in the right front fender. To unplug the PCS cord, depress the PCS plug thumb button. Pull the plug up and disconnect it from the charge inlet. Then close the charge inlet access door. Remember, this vehicle has been tested in every kind of weather. Don't worry about unplugging the PCS cord in the rain. It's perfectly safe. No electricity is present in this cord until it is properly plugged into your vehicle. Driving your electric vehicle is just as easy as driving a gasoline vehicle. However, there are some significant differences in the instrument panel. All the gauges you need to monitor the operation of the ELLV are located in the instrument cluster. One of the most important is the battery state of charge gauge. Think of it as the equivalent to a fuel gauge. Full, or F, means the battery pack is completely charged. Empty, or E, means the battery pack is discharged to the point where vehicle performance will be compromised. The distance to empty gauge is an estimate of the remaining distance you can travel before needing a recharge. The reading is based on remaining battery energy, present driving conditions, and recent vehicle usage. The economy gauge provides information about energy usage. Think of it as equivalent to the instant economy reading on some gasoline vehicles. A reading near the plus side means energy use is economical, maximizing driving range. The motor-enabled gauge indicates the vehicle is either off or on. After you turn the key to start and release it, the pointer will show the vehicle is on. Because your ELLV is so quiet, you should always refer to this gauge to confirm that the vehicle is turned on or off. The temperature gauge indicates the temperature of the major components. This gauge should normally be positioned in the center. If it moves either to the hot or cold region, vehicle performance and range will be limited. The gear selector indicator shows whether the lever is in park, reverse, neutral, drive, or economy. We'll talk about the economy mode in the driving module. The seat is similar to the one in your present vehicle, but there is a new height adjustment control in addition to the front and back adjustments. Heater controls are simple and easy to use. The fan has 4 speed settings. The mode control selects airflow pattern and windshield defrosting. To maximize range, whenever you're not using your heater, keep the mode switch in the off position. Now, before we talk about starting a vehicle, I'd like to explain the new preheating feature. If you need to warm up the cab in the morning, simply press the preheat button on the instrument panel while the vehicle is still plugged into the power control station. A light will illuminate on the preheat button, indicating that the preheat function is on. This provides warm air to defrost your windshield and heat the inside of your vehicle quickly without draining your battery pack. The preheat function is programmed to run for 30 minutes or until the vehicle is unplugged. Here's something that's the same in every Postal vehicle. Before you start your vehicle, remember that you must wear your lap and shoulder belts at all times while the vehicle is in motion. You may detach the shoulder belt only while performing curb line delivery if it interferes with your ability to reach the boxes. However, the lap belt must remain fastened at all times. To start the vehicle, the PCS cord must be disconnected from the charge inlet. There's a built-in safety feature that won't allow your vehicle to start until the plug is removed. If you have not unplugged the PCS cord, when you turn the ignition key to run or start, the charging lamp will illuminate and your vehicle will not start. This warns you to disconnect the PCS plug. If the charging lamp flashes when the vehicle is on, there is a vehicle malfunction. Inform your supervisor right away. To start the vehicle, make sure that the parking brake is set and the gear selector lever is in park. Turn the ignition key as far as it will go. When the key won't turn any farther, that's the start position. You can then release it. There is a short delay before the gauge indicates that the vehicle is on. There's no starter motor, so you won't be hearing that familiar sound, but there may be some unfamiliar sounds, more like a hum from the electronics, and that's normal. Remember to check the motor-enabled gauge to make sure it's pointing to on. Also, be sure to check the drive battery state of charge gauge and the distance to empty gauge to see if there's enough charge and range available to complete your route. If not, let your supervisor know immediately. When driving, be sure to use good defensive techniques, just as you do in other vehicles. You'll find your electric vehicle's major controls are operated the same as its gasoline counterpart. Acceleration, braking, and steering are very similar to what you're used to. One difference in operation is the economy mode. Put the gear selector lever in E, and a green indicator signals you've selected economy. In this driving mode, top speed is reduced to 50 miles per hour from the vehicle's maximum of 60. Also, the effects of regenerative braking are increased to improve range. Regenerative braking feels like a gasoline vehicle when you release the accelerator. The motor switches to operate as a generator and helps recharge the battery pack. Although the route you drive will be consistent, I still want you to keep in mind some factors that affect the vehicle's range. Range is affected by the use of the heater, driving habits, weather conditions, and the type of driving terrain. Use the economy gear whenever possible. Avoid frequent full throttle usage, which reduces range. Maintain a steady speed while driving to increase range. Use a vehicle's heater only when necessary. This will conserve power, increasing range. Driving in extremely cold weather may also reduce range. Because the noise generated by the LLV is different from a conventional vehicle, some people may not be as alert to the vehicle's presence. Always slow down around pedestrians and do not back up the vehicle when pedestrians are near. Safety is always first priority as you drive your electric vehicle. A number of warning lights are built into your instrument panel. If you see any of these lights as you're driving, talk to your supervisor right away. Now let's take a look at these lights. A low charge is indicated by the battery state of charge gauge reading E. If a low charge condition occurs while you're driving, two different warning lights illuminate in 4 stages. First, the low fuel warning lamp illuminates when the battery falls to a 10% state of charge. It's very important when you see this signal that you head back to the post office or another authorized charging location before vehicle performance is reduced. Second, the low fuel lamp begins flashing when the battery state of charge is reduced. Third, and almost simultaneously, the power limit warning lamp illuminates if you continue driving. At this stage, top speed is severely reduced to conserve remaining battery power. Fourth, the power limit lamp begins flashing. This means the battery is near complete discharge and speed will again be reduced to a crawl. You may continue to operate the vehicle, but it's critical that you get it to a charging station immediately. The service indicator lamp illuminates when a vehicle malfunction has occurred. Service is required, so report this to your supervisor. The brake warning lamp illuminates when the parking brake is engaged or for regenerative braking system malfunction. If the light stays illuminated after the parking brake is fully released, contact your supervisor immediately. The low oil pressure lamp indicates the transaxle oil lubrication system is operating below optimum pressure and requires service. The electric hazard warning lamp indicates a malfunction in the high voltage system. Again, contact your supervisor immediately. The accessory battery lamp indicates an accessory battery charging malfunction. The ABS lamp indicates a malfunction with the anti-lock brake system. If it stays on after the vehicle is started, contact your supervisor immediately. The power reset lamp indicates the inertia shutoff switch has been tripped. For your safety, this switch is designed to automatically turn off all high voltage electric power in the event of an accident. If there is no damage to the vehicle, reset the switch located forward of the left door to reactivate the high voltage power systems. If the vehicle is damaged, it must be towed to your vehicle maintenance facility. Whether the vehicle is damaged or not, follow established accident procedures and report the incident to your supervisor immediately.